All right, thank you guys. We are currently 3-1 in our last four Better Friends tier package plays on patreon.com/BrockPage. And that's a website that I operate that gives you daily premium sports picks beginning at just $1.99 through the end of the month. Now, we'll talk about that in just a little bit, but before we get into that, let's go ahead and take a look at some international Setka Cup table tennis action. All lines and odds taken from the Fox Bet Sportsbook. And we're going to go ahead and take a look at Denis Matveev taking on Timur Vodakov, 12:05 p.m. Eastern Star Time. Vodakov's won 5 out of his last 7, with marquee victories over the likes of Havrish, Yolkin, and Popov twice. He's also beat Denis Matveev 3-1 in his last 3 head-to-head matchups with Denny. And speaking of Denny, he's been ice cold lately, losing his last 5 straight. He was also shut out by Trofimov 3-0 during that span of losses. Looks like a pure fade of Denny in this spot here. Give me Timur Vodakov winning this one outright for some moneyline cash. Before we go ahead and move on, just want to take a quick timeout and welcome you to the show. Got some lines and personal leans out for Wednesday's International Setka Cup table tennis action. Happy Wednesday to you. Happy hump day to you. Hopefully, you're having a good week. We're halfway there. We're almost at the weekend. Now, before we go ahead and move on with the program, I just want to quickly remind you once again to check me out on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage, where once again, we are 3-1 in our last 4 Better Friends tier package plays on that website. We're also 19-10 in our last 29 crowd pleaser teasers as well. That's a very good package for us right now. We do daily premium sports picks on that website, beginning at just $1.99 through the end of the month. We'll bill you the day you sign up, and then the first of every month following that. We also have a bunch of different memberships, tiers, and packages that you can subscribe to. Currently, we have well over 650 members currently signed up and active on that page. Now, you might be wondering, why would all those folks sign up to receive Patreon picks where they can get them here for free on YouTube? And that's certainly a great point, a great concern. But there is a big problem with me handicapping every single solitary game that is on the gambling board side and total. And the problem is this: if you were to bet every single game on the board that I put out here on YouTube, side and total, you're close near guaranteeing yourself failure. And I know that sounds weird, but just hear me out real quick. If you're going to go ahead and bet every single game that's on the slate with your hard-earned money, it's certainly not a winning formula for success. And as a matter of fact, it's a recipe for disaster. The books are way too smart. They're way too sharp. They have a whole lot more money than you and I do combined to be able to, absorb that kind of action. And most important, the math becomes aggressively against you the more and more games you play like that. So what I do on Patreon is I make life a lot easier for you. I break it down and focus in on just 3 to 4 premium selections per day. They're high percentage picks, games that I personally have action on. And I'll tell you this much, my current Patreon record is a whole lot better than it is here on YouTube, handicapping every single game that's on the slate, side and total. And if you want to check out my current record, here's the good news. You can do that for free right now. My current Patreon record is located right on the homepage. All you have to do is click the link in the description section below. I'll also include a link in the comment section below as well. And once again, that's patreon.com/BrockPage. And without any further ado, let's go ahead and dive back into some more free lines and personal leans right here on YouTube. All starts Eastern Standard Time. And on deck, we've got Peter Kilyakin taking on Vad Bokoski, 12:30 p.m. showdown. Bokoski's red hot right now, winner of his last 5 straight. Even more impressive, Bokoski shut out his opponent in 3 out of those 5 victories. Marquee wins over the likes of Ashkan, Mosiuk, and Kilyakin during those shutouts. And speaking of Kilyakin, he's winless in his last 3 head-to-head meetings with Bokoski. He's also lost his last 2 straight matches and dropped 6 out of his last 8 as well. I got to fade Kilyakin in this spot here. Give me Vad Bokoski winning that one in a rout. Next contest, it is going to be Daniil Havrish taking on Anton Popov, 12:35 start time. Popov's won his last 3 straight, along with winning 5 out of his last 8. He's beaten Matveev, Yolkin, and Kornienko during that stretch. Havrish, on the other side, has lost his last 2 straight and was shut out by Fedorchenko 3-0 during that span. This should actually be a pretty tight matchup, but I'm going to go ahead and fade Daniil in this spot here. Give me Anton Popov getting the job done for some money line cash. All right, next contest, it is going to be Nick Kornienko squaring off against Alex Ivashkin, 1 p.m. start time. Ivashkin is ice cold right now, losing his last 4 straight. He was shut out in 2 out of those 4 defeats by Vad Bokoski and Peter Kilyakin during that stretch. Now, Kornienko on the other side has won 3 out of his last 5 with a shutout victory over Levshin, 3-0. He also garnered a convincing 3-1 victory over Voronikov within his last couple of matches as well. I'm going to stick with the corn dog in this spot here. Give me Nick Kornienko winning this one straight up in a close one. Next contest, it is going to be Denis Matveev taking on Anton Yolkin, 1:05 p.m. start time. Yolkin's garnered himself marquee wins over the likes of Trofimov, Popov, and Kanikov within his last handful of matches. Meanwhile, Matveev on the other side has really struggled as of late, losing his last 5 straight. I got to fade Denny in this spot here. Give me Anton Yolkin winning this one outright in a hard-fought match. Next contest, it is going to be Vlad Voronikov squaring off against Peter Kilyakin, 1:30 p.m. start time. Kilyakin's lost his last 2 straight and 5 out of his last 7. He was beaten by Vad Bokoski and Mike Mosiuk during that stretch. Voronikov on the other side is 4-2 straight up in his last 6, with shutout victories against the likes of Boyko and Levshin during that span of wins. Got to give the edge to Vlad in this spot here. Give me Vlad Voronikov winning that one straight up for some money line cash. All right, next matchup, it is going to be Alex Ivashkin facing off against Vad Bokoski, 2 o'clock start time. Bokoski is one of the hottest players in professional table tennis right now, going 5-0 straight up in his last 5 matches, 6-1 straight up in his last 7 as well. He shut out Nick Kornienko, Mike Mosiuk, and Alex Ivashkin during that stretch. And speaking of Alex, he's dropped 4 out of his last 5, including 2 shutout losses during that stretch. I got to fade Alex in this spot here. Give me Vad Bokoski getting the job done in convincing fashion. All right, I'm going to slide to my next and final matchup for the show. It is going to be Vlad Voronikov taking on Nick Kornienko, 2:30 p.m. Eastern start time. Nick's won just 3 out of his last 8. I know I made the case for him just a couple moments ago, but once again, Nick's won just 3 out of his last 8, including shutout losses to Voronikov and Bokoski during that stretch. Now, Vlad on the other side finds himself currently 4-2 straight up in his last 6, with shutout victories coming in 2 out of those 4 victories. I got to lean toward Voronikov in this spot here. Give me Vlad Voronikov getting the job done for some money line cash. All right, let's go ahead and dive into some shout-outs. Once again, brought to you by patreon.com/BrockPage. Shout out to Yara Sakrishna, Blaine Lyons, Luis Lopez, Jeff Walker, Bob Backlund, Leo Kolesnik, Andy Raphael. Shout out to Jimmy Gold, Black Rogue, Serban Sergu, Hustle Wilson, Barton Wood. Always great to see Barton Wood in the comments section. Also got to give a shout out to Mr. B, James Hammond, and last but certainly not least, my great friend, always active in the comments section on Patreon. Got to give a shout out to my good friend Mark Baldwin. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. Once again, don't forget to check me out on patreon.com/BrockPage. I said it before, I'll say it again. We do daily premium sports picks on that website beginning at just $1.99 through the end of the month. We'll bill you the day you sign up and then on the first of every month following that. So if you signed up today, which is the 15th, you'll get billed today and then the 1st of May. If you sign up at the end of the month, you get billed on that date and then the 1st of every month. So really, for a lot of folks, the best value is to sign up at the beginning of the month. But having said that, if we're red hot in a couple different packages or all the packages, you may not want to wait till the beginning of next month. You may want to sign up now and just go ahead and bite the bullet. But regardless, guys, that's going to do it for me. I got to thank you for joining me right here on YouTube. I really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. Happy Wednesday to you. Happy hump day to you. And I look forward to seeing you later on today on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage.